So today my client will be joining me via video chat because he has went back to school since our last session. So, based on your diet analysis, here are some topics we might discuss. Whole grains, salt, added sugar, fiber, saturated fat, fruits and vegetables. Which would you like to talk about today?
Saturated fats.
Can you tell me what you already know about saturated fats?
Yeah. So I've actually taken a lot of organic chemistry. I know that it's basically fat molecules where all the carbons have all the hydrogens, so it's like no double bonds.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know that it's like often made by hydrogenating like vegetable oil, um, and that it tends to be more solid than other fats. But I don't actually know much about which foods have saturated fats.
Okay. So, saturated fat is actually found in a lot of animal products, such as red meats, butter, cheese. Can you think of parts of your 24-hour diet analysis where you might have consumed these food products?
Oh, I went to McDonald's and I think I had a Big Mac, which that's a burger, so obviously red meat, and then they probably use butter on the buns. So yeah, the McDonald's Big Mac.
Okay, and then, um, so that diet analysis, was that normal for you? Do you usually eat fast food
Probably like 2 or 3 times a week.
2 or 3 times a week? Okay.
Yeah,
So, would you be willing to reduce the amount of saturated fat incorporated in your diet?
yeah.
Okay,
If I knew how to, what to avoid, sure.
of course.
Yeah.
So, on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being that you are not willing to reduce the amount of saturated fats you consume at all, and 10 being that you are willing to reduce all saturated fats in your diet, how likely are you to want to reduce the amount of saturated fats in your diet?
Well, I guess first I'd need to know like what they actually do with regards to your health. Like, why are they bad? How bad?
Yeah, definitely. So basically, saturated fat contributes to high cholesterol, um, problems with hearts, just heart disease, and diabetes.
Oh, okay. Um,
Oh,
well
as
then,
well as, I'm sorry, stroke.
okay. Um, yeah. Well then, can you show me the scale again? What is 0? What is 10?
Yeah, so 0 is going to be that you are not willing to make any type of change in regards to saturated fat. And
Mm-hmm.
10 is that you are willing to eliminate all saturated fat from your diet.
Ooh, maybe like a 5.
A 5. Okay, and why
Mm-hmm.
did you choose a 5?
So like there have been some of those health problems in my family before. Like my grandpa died of a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma had a stroke recently. Um, but it just seems like I wouldn't be willing to go full vegan or vegetarian. Um, and it seems like, from what you said, that the saturated fats are kind of ubiquitous within like red meat and like dairy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I can certainly pull back on them, especially like the more unhealthy versions of them, like fast food and whatever. So yeah, I think a 5 is a good answer.
Okay, and then, so why not a lower number, like maybe a 3 or a 4?
Lower means like I would be less likely to make changes, right?
Yeah, that you're less likely
Um,
to willing to make the change than what you chose.
because, as I said, my family history of it, so there is some there's some evidence that we probably struggled with that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that pressure. Yeah.
Okay. So, how would we get you to a higher number, like maybe a 6 or a 7?
I guess I would just need to see like what it looks like, what kind of substitutes there are for it. So if there's like healthier ways to cook red meat, um, or like good substitutes for red meat. Not really a fan of tofu, so that's not an option. But yeah, just showing me or finding, I guess, healthy recipes that cut down on it, but that still resemble foods that I typically eat. And then I'm almost done with the student life, and honestly, I think that kind of pushes a lot of my unhealthy habits, just because, like, sometimes I'll be studying all day and I don't really have the time or the energy to cook for myself, so fast food is just convenient.
Okay. So, basically, what I want to do now is I just want us to set a goal on how
Mm-hmm.
we could reduce some of these saturated fats from your diet. And what we're going to do is we're going to set a SMART goal. And that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time. So basically, I just want you to think of a goal that you could do maybe daily or weekly or even bi weekly that's realistic to you,
Mm-hmm.
in making a change in reducing your amount of saturated fats in your diet. So, for example, you said you wanted to know about a substitute. So, if you're someone who feels you eat a lot of red meats, maybe you could substitute with a white meat, such as chicken,
Mm-hmm.
poultry, because that
Okay.
contains a lot of less saturated fat.
So yeah, then I think limiting to maybe like 2 servings of red meat a week, maybe even one. Um, and then like limiting the fast food in general down to once a week.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and maybe cooking for myself at least twice a week. And learning. So I guess maybe I'll cut back the cooking for myself, but like replace it with a find a healthy recipe and cook a healthy recipe once a week. So find a healthy, low saturated fat recipe once a week, and then on top of that, cut down the fast food to once a week.
Okay. So, to summarize, you've set your SMART goal that you would like to cut down going to get fast food to once a week.
Mm-hmm.
And once a week, you would also like to cook a healthy recipe for yourself.
Yeah,
Right? Well, thank you for your time.
of course,
And I hope this session was helpful for you.
for sure.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.